Okay. All right. Hello, welcome. This is Whose Line Is It Anyway? And if you've seen the program before, then you'll sing it again now. It's an improvisation program in which we set a number of games to our contestants to test out their ability to live off their wits, to perform off the cuff, or otherwise to shrug off their embarrassment. Now, I don't mind telling you we've got a really top-line lineup tonight. In fact, I don't mind telling you that every week, whether it happens to be true or not. But let me first of all introduce our first contestant, who is Stephen Fry, actor and writer. Stephen is an intellectual man of letters who can turn his hand to broad comedy, but does return from time to time to his first love, which is advertising peppermints and building societies. Then we have Peter Cook, who, of course, for many years has been described, and rightly, as the funniest man in England, oddly enough, even when he's abroad. And then we have Josie Lawrence from the Comedy Store Players, who is beautiful, talented and charming. In fact, in many ways, a sort of female Derek Jameson. And finally, we have, as usual, John Sessions, who I regard as perhaps the most gifted actor of his generation. But that's not just my opinion, that's his as well. So here they are, the contestants. Now, the first game is called Authors, and it does allow the contestants just a little bit of preparation because each of them has come along with the style of a famous author in mind, and they're going to take it in turns to tell a story in the style of their favourite author. So if you'd like to come forward, you have, of course, prepared with a famous author. But it's a certain amount of improvisation as well, because I have to get the title of the story from somebody in the studio audience, which I'll do in just a moment. First of all, Stephen, who is the author you're going to start with?
Well, Clive, I've chosen John le Carré.
John le Carré, and why not? Peter Cook.
Albert Goldman.
Albert Goldman, biographer of Elvis Presley, John Lennon.
John Lennon and yes, Lenny Bruce, yes.
Other people who are too dead to sue.
Terribly nice man.
And, yes,
My
Josie.
author isn't a name as such, but it's the kind of people that write articles for women's magazines.
Oh, right. And John Sessions.
Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway. Right, another show if you want for you. Now, okay, so a title for a story. Anything will do, just to link all that together.
Day at the Races.
A Day at the Races, that sounds fair enough. Wasn't that the title of a film once? We'll start with Stephen. When we've had he's done a lot, I'll buzz like that and we move on to Peter and so on until the story is told. So, A Day at the Races, in the style, first of all, of John le Carré, Stephen Fry.
George. Controls gone potty, George. Operation Ascot went downhill, George, since the Lamplighters and the Scalp Hunters went on their own and their renegade, George, and we need you right now. What's the odds, Roddy? Don't flirt with me, George. You scratch... Thank you.
I knew that there were serious problems with the horse when I saw him unable to get up in the morning, crazed with drunk, drugs, and women and tiny little white panties. This horse was never gonna run. But I knew that once Shergar died, I could make a fortune.
Yes, he interviewed 20,000 people. He asked girls if they do go to the races, do they normally wear flat shoes or heels? And do you know our survey came across 20% of women wear high heels and the rest wear flatties because getting stuck in the turf, is a no-no.
Lester looked off down the long, curving track towards where the horses were to begin, but he didn't look further than he wanted to because his father had told him it wasn't the course to go on. He knew that the river came round in the middle of the course, which was a shame because it was a racehorse, but it didn't matter a cuss, it didn't matter a damn, because he knew what his father had told him about. It was no cogida for the horse or for him. The horse went along and then it went down a bit, and then it came up a bit. And then if you looked at it from the other side, it went down a bit more. That is what we call in Spain, arrumia.
Right, well, that got us off to a racing start, and I have to award some points there. I think I'll give 10 points all round, with a 5-point deduction to Peter Cook, just to make it difficult for him at the beginning. Now we go on to a game called Film and Theatre Style, so called because we have to have a range of theatre and film styles for the contestants to improvise in. We're going to start off with two of you acting together, and it'll be Stephen and Peter. So if you'd like to come forward, I'm going to give you a scene in a moment to improvise, and you'll have to do it in a range of different styles. And I'd like a few suggestions from the audience, if at all possible. A theatre style, a film style, I'll get a few of them for them to... Woody Allen, yes, wait a minute, I'll write these down, hang on. Shakespearean. Wait, hang on, one at a time. Gangster films, was that?
Chekhov.
Sorry?
Chekhov.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were being rude to me. Chekhov. It was Chekhov, it was quite clear, it was quite my mistake. Travelogue, yes.
Documentary.
Sorry? Gosh. No, that was fast. I think we were quite enough there. Righty-ho, so you want a situation to improvise in, don't you?
Not particularly.
No, well,
very much, no.
you look a bit
honest
stupid
with you.
just standing there. What we'd like you to do is to be a parliamentary candidate, one of you going round knocking on the door, somebody on the knocker canvassing for a vote.
Right.
That's your improvisation.
Hello, I don't want to tax you too early on, but I will be going into Parliament, I hope, and I wondered if I could rely on your vote.
Oh, for all the sea that spread its wings throughout the firmament, I knew one thing would come to this particular door, bearing a tall waitress, lovingly clad in silk. But you, I fear, are not she.
Good.
Well, I daren't add Shakespeare to that, because I think it'd be...
That was the gangster film.
Oh, right, yeah. More like a disaster to me, but let's go into farce, if we aren't there already. All right, okay.
Nothing is not subtle.
Yeah. Thank God you remembered to put them on, Stephen.
Thank God, yes.
Afterwards.
Last-minute
That's
decision.
nicer than the rehearsal
Yeah,
player.
yeah. That just reminded. Let's do Travelogue now.
Travelogue.
Travelogue. Neath the bedappled yellow ribbon of time that is the Colorado River is a besprinkled constituent upon whom I hope to be able to rely.
The orange beaver has always been a lonely animal. It mates only in the spring,
Right.
and it springs only in the autumn. The beaver that provides so much soap for rich women is endangered.
Right. And
But if
it
you
has
catch
one
it-
enemy. One enemy, this animal.
Me, I hate the thing.
Travelogue.
Okay, gangster movie.
Oh, good grief. We've done 3.
Gangster movie. Hey.
Freeze!
Thank you very much. All right. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's fine. Well, it'll be a hard man who gave any less than 50 points each there, so I'll give 25 points each there, with a bonus of 30 to Stephen for his underpants. Now, Josie and John, you're obviously the next pair. We'd like a few more film and theatre styles. Some more theatre styles. British war film. Prehistoric epic. Greek tragedy, yes. Would you like that in the original Greek or in translation?
If we get that, maybe so.
Italian war films. Well, they show it backwards, do they? Now, any more? That's sort of obscure.
Satire!
British satire. Oh, what a shame we've not Peter in this one. And a blue movie.
Peter and Stephen.
Right, I think that's quite enough. So your situation that you have to improvise is breaking up with a partner. So the two of you are breaking up.
Okay.
And you start off just in any style, the way Peter did, and then I'll cut in with a new one for you.
It's all a case, really, Jane, of, I don't know.
Yes, John? What was it you wanted to say to me?
I was just going to say that, well, it went very well last Saturday, but now it's, I don't know. I'm going to go and do the dishes, okay?
Yeah, do the dishes, darling.
I'll see you later.
Okay, let's do Shakespearean.
I feel that thou art not giving thine heart
Think
to me.
not, madam, what thou comest with. Thou art all lean, thou art but a popinjay, far upon the hill, and I thy jesses.
Comest with, I comest with nothing whilst thou art concerned, sire.
But thou art juicy fruit in my bowl, good lady. By faith, I'd pare thee like a quince and throw thee to the Otterways.
Okay, let's go into UK war film, British war film.
Hello, Jackie. You know Bob, he's coming in later.
He's a damn fool, you know.
I know he's a damn fool, but he's a good chap. Listen, what are you doing on Saturday night?
I thought I might just take the air.
Oh, it's just an idea I had. I just said that Billy and Jack is... Hang on. Yes? But you can't. I can't give you a cigarette over the phone. What?
Let me talk to him.
Okay.
Johnny, are you coming home?
I'll go and make a couple of gins for us, shall I?
Okay, let's do a blue movie. Can we do this without costumes? Or with costumes?
Blue movie.
Yeah.
A blue movie. You must have seen some. Oh, you've been in some, haven't you?
Sure up, me mum and dad are in.
Have they been in them as well? That's quite extraordinary.
Oh, that's so good. That's so nice. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I just turned up to see whether or not you wanted anything fixing, like these curtains over here, or perhaps this underwear drawer.
I like it when men just turn up. Are you going to come again?
I will, but I've got to... I can't come this minute. I've got to go out and get 7 friends of mine. This is Rafe. He's from Spain.
It's good.
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any.
Ending there. Yeah. Right. I thought that was very good. I'm going to give you 50 points each there. It would have been more if you'd ever mentioned, you know, a relationship splitting up, which is what you were supposed to be doing. No, I think we do. I think we do a game called Props now. Yes, we do. And on this one, I'm going to give John and Peter this prop. So can you come forward and have this?
Well, that's right. Missed.
That'll be easy for the camera to pick up.
Right.
Now, you've got to think of as many ways of using that prop. Meanwhile, Josie and Stephen, yes, of course. I thought I'd just improvise another name for you.
Very lovely.
That's your prop, and we'll go between the two pairs with using the buzzer again. The more uses you can think of it, the more points you'll get, the longer it'll take, the worse it'll seem. So, yes, starting with Peter and John with your yellow ball, if that's what you decide to call it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Is this your yellow ball with a cavity in it? Is that yours?
Yes, I'm off down to the river to meet Moses. I'll see you later.
Hi, I'm just taking a shower. Would you pass my towel?
Why, sure, honey.
It's a fun ball. It's a round ball, but a ball with a hole in it. Pete.
Daddy, can I really play with it?
No, you've got to go back in your bedroom where that rather strange man is going to nail you to the floor.
Oh, all right, Peter. I'm sure you know best.
I do.
Look, Vince, either the BBC believes in Doctor Who or it doesn't, but how am I going to make 17 monsters out of this?
Peter's just given me this goldfish bowl, but there's so much gold in it, you can't see the fish.
No, seriously. It's not a large flat, but you can get an extension on here.
Yeah, one more each, maybe?
This is saliva.
Okay, thank you very much. That's it. That's it. I think, can't expect you any more than that. Yes. Thank you. Well, there it is, I think. Okay, well, perhaps 10 points for everybody there. Well, we'll take a break now, so see you in just a moment, okay? Yeah. Look, Thank you for that applause, and that was just for the adverts. Well, I decided to give just 5 points to everybody in that last game. The next game is called Panel, and the idea of this is that the contestants here will be forming themselves into those sort of people who appear on Any Questions or Robin Day's programme as panellists, and they'll just try and discuss an issue of the day in the characters they're adopting. So we'd like an issue of the day from somebody in the audience. You've got some topic of general discussion that you might have... One over the back there, what's that?
Smoking.
Smoking. Fair enough. Right, well, I assume that's a discussion point rather than you're pointing something out. Sorry?
Channel tunnel.
Channel tunnel. Channel tunnel smoking. That would be rather... I think we'll settle with smoking. I think we've got... I think you're all ready to talk about that, aren't you? So you can either be for or anti it, just you can use bits of old props and costumes lying around there to form yourself into a character, or you can completely not do that. Good evening and welcome to Ask the Panel. Tonight we'll be discussing the topic of smoking.
I'm terribly sorry I'm late, but I got delayed because I was smoking and my boa caught fire.
Your boa caught fire, yeah. That does illustrate one of the dangers of smoking, and indeed
And
one of the
the
dangers...
perils of boas.
Boas, yes, indeed. Could I ask you your name? Could I ask
Sorry?
your name? Could I ask
Yes,
your
of
name?
course you can, yes.
Yes. Well, I'll do that now. What is your name?
Yes, Arthur.
Yes, sir, Arthur.
Yes, Arthur.
Yes, sir. You're an Arab gentleman, are you?
What?
An Arab gentleman, are you?
No, I'm a married gentleman.
A married gentleman.
Yes,
I'll
but
work that
if
out
you
later.
want me to be Arab, I of course will,
Yes.
No, this is just a religious thing I wear.
Yeah. And I'll just talk to somebody else. Who
Yes,
might,
I would if
Who
I was
might
you.
talk English better than you do. The gentleman there in the glasses and Ticos or something. What is your name?
Richard, but I'm a Dick, really. I'd prefer to be called a Dick.
Yes.
Dick, I answer to Dick.
Yeah. Well, I think we all answer to Dick, but
Yes.
the gentleman in the cap.
I'm Tommy Timpkins. Tommy Timpkins, name by name. I've always known as Tommy Timpkins. I've been on a stage door. I've been in the business. I've been in the world. I've been in the music hall business for
Yeah.
55 years. I'm
Right.
always ready with a joke. Here's one.
Yep.
There's a person.
I hope it's about smoking.
It's all about smoking.
Yeah.
A friend with a boa.
Yeah.
Mr. Boa and Mr. Dick.
Yeah.
They're going down the road, and one of them says, you got smoke, are you? The other says, no, but you can get some in that shop. It's a great one, that one.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourites.
But I'm going to have to interrupt you there.
And
We admire your technique, it's just your...
my tip.
you're not- And the lady there, what's your name?
Trixie, what's yours?
Trixie, my name's Clive, but that's my problem. Trixie, do you have any views on smoking?
When you smoke, you have lots of little hairs in your throat.
Do you?
That grow, that stop all the badness from going down inside
Right.
you. When you smoke, you immediately burn them off.
Oh, I see. So,
I collect...
No, with the greatest respect in the world, that is absolute balls.
yeah. Yes.
No,
It's not balls,
yeah.
it's a fact. It's a
She's
fact.
absolutely right.
It's
You've
a
got
bally fact.
thousands of little balls in your throat,
No, not balls.
which stop the smoke getting
yes,
in.
Yes, I made a wig out of these throat hairs.
Yes. Oh, I see, yeah.
This is nostril hairs. I can't tell you what those are.
No. This is fascinating, but we just don't want to talk about it.
This is my leg hair.
See, I mean, generally, I could stop smoking tomorrow if I wanted to, but I mean, could
Would you
he
like your
stop being a
cigarette
bigoted
back?
git? I don't think so. You can't put
Nah,
a
not
bigoted
bigoted,
git out
not
in the
bigoted.
national...
What do you
Nobody-
think about taxation? Do you think cigarettes should be taxed?
How can you tax a cigarette?
How can you tax
People
a
should be
cigarette?
taxed. Possibly
Yeah.
smokers should. You shouldn't tax a cigarette. You won't get any money out of cigarettes.
Not
you
a
try
penny.
taxing...
Not a
Excuse
penny.
me, could you give me
Yeah.
a quarter of your income?
Yeah.
No joy
No.
at all.
Yes.
Can't be done.
No. Yes.
Not that.
I'm very worried about the effects of passive bigotry. In a restaurant the other day, there was a fellow only 2 tables away from me being a bigot. Now, if I had a child there, that child could pick up some of that
Yeah.
bigotry and turn it into a bigot for the rest of their
Well,
life.
on the unlikely note of you having a child in a restaurant, we'll end the discussion there. And thank you
Not
very
as
much
unlikely
from
as you
all the
might
panellists,
think.
and good night. Thank you. Right. Well, I think we covered that. I think we covered that well enough, and I'll give 20 points to everybody there. Now, the next game is called Rap. It involves all 4 contestants, and what they have to do is simply to... It's a lovely game, this, isn't it, Stephen? Yeah. Stephen does this on his own anyway, in private, but in public here they all do 4 together, and they have to improvise a rap based on a subject selected now by the studio audience. So, a nice broad topic for them to devise a rap round. You know what the rap music is, don't you?
Mistakes.
Spelling mistakes. That is almost freaky, that. something at least vaguely broadcastable. Having a baby. That's a good one. I like that. Have you recently had a baby yourself? It was delicious, yeah. Yes. Very, very witty. Stop yelling out anything else, will you, please? Okay, so good suggestion from the man with the rather unpleasant beard, which is... no, it's a nice beard, actually. I like it. You're a man, aren't you? Yes, of course you are. So it's the having the baby rap, and to help you do it, there'll be a drum beat starting any minute, I should hope.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we'll start with you, John. So you'd like to come forward and do the having the baby rap.
Clinical, umbilical, having babies don't make you cynical. You could on the floor you go, baby, 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 have you on the windowsill.
I met this man, he was called Dennis. He turned out to be a menace. He said, come on, I said, maybe. Now I found out that I'm having his baby. Well, he, and a push, don't push it.
When the baby comes, you know full well that the baby's going to make your life hell. But you throw the baby out the door, you say, I want a little bit more of what made the baby come in the first place. Which is boogie, woogie, 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 woogie.
Well, there's obviously a lot of unpleasantness that has to be gone through before the baby eventually comes out and chirrups. I mean, for a start, of course, the poor old mother has to put her foot in those revolting stirrups. And you've got to be very careful to make sure the baby doesn't come out in rather unpleasant pieces. And to stop that happening, I recommend amniocentesis. So that's a very good thing to have there. When I was born, the umbilical cord was cut with a sabre. Because it's only politically true, of course, as well, that only the surgeon's knife will really save labour. So, carry on.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
Sorry.
I think we'll end that right there. Well, that was a very even round, so it's 10 points for everybody apart from Peter Cook, who gets 1,000 points there. And so all that remains now is to tot up the score to see who wins. And yes, I see that Peter Cook has just won this week's game. And the prize, as you'll know, or you know in a moment at any rate, the prize for winning this game is to get to read the credits out at the end of the programme, but in the style of my choosing. And I'd like, Peter, if you would, to read out the credits in the style of a New York taxi driver. So all I have to do now is to thank everybody for taking part in the show. That's thanks to Stephen Fry, Peter Cook, Josie Lawrence, and John Sessions. There's me, Clive Anderson, saying good night. Good night.
Whose line is it anyway? Devised and compiled by Dan Patterson, Mark Levison, starred Clive Anderson, John Sessions, with Peter Cook, Stephen Fry, Josie Lawrence, Television, Philip Pope, Zena Cameron, Martin Hawkins, Sound Supervisor, Chris Blake, Vision Mixer, Russ Story, Floor Magic, Heather Dumbledore, Too Fast, Constance Design, John Hibb, Makeup Designer, Christine Bolton, Bio, This is Too Fast, Research, James Bigger, the bigger they come, the harder they fall, Lighting Director, Michael Lingard, Pip Gardner, Director, David O'Dell, Denise O'Donoghue, Producer, John Patterson. I love that guy. I love that guy.